need some sort of air support, like a crow, to give you aerial vision. Otherwise, there's no way that you're ever going to see that ward of sight, even if you place an anti-ward. So, really high level of warding play already being shown by 3MO. I really like to see that. Secondly, back to what I was saying about Slither getting toxicity at level 1, it does an extra 35 magic damage per hit. So instead of hitting for 50 damage, you're hitting for 50 plus...
Oh, he's got to cut you off, but here comes Magnus. He does a stun on Plague Rider and followed up by Pyromancer stun. First Blood going down, Bloodlust, excuse me, going down up on top Plague Rider getting taken down. So what were you saying?
As I was saying, its toxicity level 1 is such a great skill to get. I actually prefer it when my slithers that are babysitting me get it, because it's an extra 35 magic damage per hit. So as long as you're focused on harassing, see Swiftblade right there, that one damage, or that one hit, is 50 damage, plus another, what is that, like 27 damage overall? So it's just so much extra little base damage that Slither gets by getting toxicity level 1. It's so crucial in holding down a melee in your lane, and it's going to give Engineer that much of an easier time farming. If you notice, Swift is already so low. So, yet again, toxicity level 1, poison spray level 1, then max wards. That's what I like to see in my slithers. I want to really congratulate 3MO for playing that, as opposed to either maxing wards first or getting the poison spray first, which really, you know, I'm not a huge fan of a spell that costs 90 mana that does 100 damage at level 1 when you can get an extra 35 damage per auto attack. So let's go ahead. Let's hear some play-by-play actually from you, Cap. Sorry to take over so early, but
no worries.
Call on the Mag and Pyro early.
Lane. You know that you were talking about that ward. That ward is just so sexy. Like, look how far up their lane is pushed right now. It's just going to be devastating for them. You know, if Slither starts some sort of chase, you know, they're going to have to run all the way back to that tower. So that ward over there blocking off that creep spawn is just devastating them right now. But up at top, Magnus getting a little low here, but Pyromancer landing some solid stuns all around, getting in some really nice harassment on Plague Rider. He's being kept down, but Hag getting another double damage. He's just all over the runes right now. He got a double damage in the first rune, and then in the second one he got another one. So right now, you know, that should really be helping him dominate his lane all around. Double damage being probably just the best rune you could get in the beginning. It just really helps you last hit very, very well, and there's just no way that ideally that other hero should be able to outlast hit you. So but yeah, we got to keep an eye out on this top lane, that Pyromancer Magnus lane. Probably going to be seeing a lot of kills go down all over the place, but we see T7h looking out for the rune. Pyromancer trying to give us some support to Defiler for rune control, but unfortunately it is bottom. Hag's going to be on top of that, filling up her bottle again. So possibly going to see her ganking or just go back to mid lane and try to dominate that some more. But here comes Magnus getting a stun up on top, hits both heroes, followed up by Pyromancer landing stun on both, and Plague Rider goes down for a second time. T7H still chasing Pestilence. Magnus does have a stun. Oh, here it goes. He's getting lands that stun. Pyromancer follows up. Is he going to go down? Oh, man, battery goes off, followed by a stun, and Pestilence barely going to get out. Nice play. Pestilence just, unfortunately, Pyromancer just barely in range of that stun, and just unfortunate all around. We see Hag win bottom, but T7H, since the gank, they're holding back all around. So nice call by Defiler. But up at top, once again, Plague Rider getting a slow on Magnus. He's getting chased down by Pestilence, but he's gonna, stun going off, taking down Magnus. So 3MO coming back in that lane just a little bit. Nice play. Plague Rider teleporting in, you know, seeing the opportunity to go on Magnus, and followed up by that Pestilence AoE stun, you know, keeping Magnus not being able to invis out. Polly does get a tongue tie on Slither. Is Swiftblade going to be able to get there? No, wards are blocking him, so he can't get in range, unfortunately. We're going to see teleports in on bottom. Magnus possibly looking to get some sort of gank here. That's really going to help out this bottom lane if they can get it off. But unfortunately, that lane is just so far pushed right now on top of the wards in the forest. It's not like Magnus can go around and try to get some sort of sneak gank, because Slither doing a great job keeping those wards in that forest. Gaining sight. No real possible way they're going to be able to gank except straight through the lane. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Defiler checking up on the rune, but looks like Pyromancer grabbed the top rune. T7H doing a great job countering that hag with rune control. But there it is. Sorry, bottom going down. The Engineer gets the kill on Teal, but he's in some serious trouble. He throws down his stun. Magnus gonna need to pop a Sandstorm. Oh, but he doesn't have it, so he does double stun, but goes down. So really failed gank by T7H. Unfortunately, Swiftblade, he popped his spin a little bit too early and wasn't able to get any sort of real damage and had it back out. So double kill on 3MO on that failed gank, so that's going to be real devastating.
What's even worse about
Magnus is going to go back to top.
Right, about failing that 3 gank bottom is Pyromancer's been forced to solo top against Pestilence. Well, there's nothing Pyromancer can do. The second Pyro actually gets caught at all, you're in serious trouble. I mean, he gets slowed once by Plague, he's going to go down because you're going to have Pestilence sprinting in and then stunning, obviously, and he's just dead, and he's insta-gibbed, essentially. So NVIDIA is having to actually back up and give Pestilence the complete free farm temporarily so they can try and get that 3 gank off bottom, and it just didn't work. On top of that, what we see is Defiler versus Hag in mid. Because of Hag's blinking capabilities, Defiler is forced to guess at the 50-second mark. She's got to go top or bottom, hopefully getting to the rune and guessing correctly. Because if she doesn't, if she waits, Hag's just going to sit there and blink to wherever the rune is and beat her there. So Defiler really needs to see support from these outside lanes coming in picking up runes, which we did see come from NVIDIA picking up the regen top, but I wouldn't mind seeing Swiftblade or Polly focusing on getting the rune on bottom. We'd actually see Polly doing right now. So good rune control by T7H, picking up the rune control, making sure Wretched Hag can't do what she does best in the sense of the rune race. And we do see Swiftblade taking a lot of damage here by Slither's wards and Engineer's auto attacks. Polly almost blocking his teammate there, pulling off the sheep, tongue-tying Engineer. He's probably going to fork Lightning for the kill, maybe. But Engineer already with phase boots, and Swift actually potting up. Going to take a little bit of damage here. Neutral creeps plus stun, not looking good for him. And Swiftblade goes down. This is not good. Actually, some action top as well.
There goes the top. Oh, jeez, double kill. So that's going to help Magnus out a whole bunch. They just did really nice, but Hag coming in. Oh, taking down Magnus. So great counter by Hag coming in. So
I believe she ported top, correct?
Yes, she did. She teleported top, went in, blinked over, and then just decimated Magnus. So great play by Hag.
Absolutely.
Wait, what were you saying earlier on bottom?
Oh, I was just, I believe I was talking about
the rune control, yes.
Yes, Polly was actually going for what would have been the rune bottom at 8 minutes, and Defiler was going for what would have been the rune top. Of course, it was top, so Defiler picked it up. But I was just stating that T7H is doing a great job making sure this Wretched Hag cannot rune control like she did in the early parts of the game. And, kind of negating one of the hugest reasons you do solo mid Wretched Hag. So really got to give credit to T7H for coming out with some advanced play here and showing that, rune control against a Wretched Hag is possible. You just have to have that much better teamwork. So,
right. Unfortunately, wards are down, but 3MO does have that bottom ward covering that rune. So hopefully T7H is going to get some wards up pretty soon. Yeah, it looks like Pyromancer is going to be on top of that, but he's running into Slither. Possibly see some action down? No. Both of them are going to back up. Throwing down a ward. But they're bringing it back up. So, yeah, all around some great play. Interesting enough, this Magnus just, of course, not being able to do a whole lot here. Here comes Plague right on the side. He's going to get a stun off, but Magnus is so far out, they're not going to be able to really do anything. Pestilence just reapplying that swarm on him. But yeah, we have this ward battle going on. Slither grabbing a double damage, making sure he's got complete control of that top rune, throwing wards all over the place. Those wards are just such a devastating skill. Being able to harass so incredibly well with those, and then lay down, what we call the fortress. Just laying down 4 or 5 wards down. It's just so devastating. You can't really do anything to fight that, especially early on. But yeah, it looks like.
Let's go ahead. Let's do a sync check. I was about to call for one as well. Let's say we're at 10:52.
All right, guys. So that is your sync check. But up in top 4 is Pestilence gets a double stun off. But Magnus follows up with his